Now, an emergency weather alert from Andy's Randomness.
All right, good evening, everyone. Let me just fix something for just a quick second. All right, there we go. Hello, everyone. Good evening. We're going to talk about Hurricane Michael. What in the world is going on with this storm? It keeps strengthening, and it's something to keep an eye on, that's for sure. But if you're in Florida, and if you haven't evacuated, I'm going to tell you right now, you're pretty much screwed. You should have evacuated yesterday, in my opinion, but I'm going to say good luck to the people riding out the storm in Florida. That's all I'm going to say. But we have to talk about what's going on with the models. What are they all saying? And I want to quickly mention for the rain coming in New York, I will do more in-depth coverage on that tomorrow. Because tomorrow it's going to be 80 and warm again here in New York, but important to talk about Mike. Hurricane Mike or Hurricane Michael, but it's Hurricane Michael from what everybody's calling it. So we're going to take you now to the radar loop and WFAN on TuneIn. If you are a sports fan, you want to pay $10 a month, it's a better value than getting the Mike Francesa app. Trust me, you get all 4 leagues and some college football games, I think. I'm not too sure, but I look at some radar models of Hurricane Mike, or Michael, as they call it. There is Hurricane Michael on the Florida Panhandle right now. And it looks amazing from space. And it resurfaces. Here it is on the other infrared radar at the moment. Our little infrared radar right there. So let's talk about the cone of uncertainty. Unfortunately, we're going to see the cone of uncertainty hit directly in Tallahassee. See the spaghetti miles for just a sec. All spaghetti miles are agreeing. The miles are agreeing with where the storm is going to go. So we will read the statement from the National Weather Service that was issued at 5 p.m. So I will read it right now. Life-threatening storm surge is likely along portions of the coast of the Florida Panhandle, Big Bend, and Natural Coast, where a storm surge warning is in effect. The worst storm surge is expected between Mexico Beach and Keaton Beach, where 9 to 13 feet of inundation is possible. Water levels will rise well in advance to the center of Michael, and residents within the storm surge warning area should finish preparations to protect life and property today. Everyone in the hurricane warning area along the Florida Gulf Coast should prepare for life-threatening major hurricane winds associated with the core of Michael, plus portions of the Florida Panhandle, southern Georgia, and southeast Alabama as Michael moves inland. Heavy rainfall from Michael could produce life-threatening Big Bend region into portions of Georgia, the Carolinas, and southeast Virginia. Tropical storm conditions will likely affect portions of the southeast United States coastline from northeast Florida from North Carolina. And here's some of the winds that are expected to go into Delmarva. It's 40 to 50 miles an hour, and there's some winds that could come into the New York area on Friday. Tropical storm watches and warnings have been issued for Florida through North Carolina. Florida coast is under a hurricane warning. Once again, this is going to be a Cat 3 storm. I will try to get you that information right now. Oh, good. My ABC affiliate actually did a story about this. Good. Okay. Let me mute that. I apologize. I don't want to hear extra stuff in the background. I mean, literally, I have the Yankee game on. Phones. Okay, here's what we got right now. Try to read some of them through very quickly. Okay, Michael was moving north at 12 miles an hour, and it's moving pretty fast. I will tell you that right now. Michael had sustained winds of 120 miles per hour at 5 o'clock Eastern, drawing energy from Gulf waters in the mid-80s. The storm was about 295 miles south of Panama City, Florida. Forecast to say Michael's tropical storm force winds stretch 400 miles across with hurricane strength winds expanding to 70 miles from the center. Could be tropical storm effects in Virginia as well. Let's see. All right, so the headline is it is a Cat 3. That's what we know right now, at the moment. Tab, so that way else will go faster here. So let's see what our GFS model is saying for the storm. Try to make it big so we can get an idea. I mean, what I'm trying to do here. So what I'm going to do right now is move the GFS. Here we are on Wednesday, and there are all the heavy rain bands. And does it look like there's going to be, yes, there's a heavy rain band going into Georgia as well. There's another heavy rain band going into South Carolina, and then North Carolina, and then even Virginia. Wow. Even Delmarva might see some effects from the storm. No. I know it's not going to hit New York, but if you're in Delmarva right now, you need to prepare for this. Because there's going to be tropical storm rains coming from this. For Sussex County, Delaware, and majority of the peninsula, this is not good news. I'm going to have to do a Delmarva weather update if this storm goes into Delmarva, because my dad was mentioning that some of the bands could end up in Delmarva, and he's right. The radar is agreeing with that. We're going to go with a lot more models. Pine Power LI normally does this, but we're facing a very, very dangerous scenario here with the storm. Okay, what's wrong with the model? I can't get an accurate 12C. We're going to have to go with a 0C if it'll even load up. We're having an issue. I don't know what's going on here. I can't load the 0Z model. Let's see. Here's GFS. Here's the Euro. Let's wait for these numbers to load up, and then maybe I can pull up the 0Z. Try to get you a 0C model. Okay, the Euro is being a very picky European model, so we're just going to have to stick this one out. So here's the Euro. So the Euro is agreeing with the GFS, with heavy bands of rain going into Delmarva. So the Euro is agreeing with the GFS. Let's check the Canadian. And I'm going to check the NavGem, because I used NavGem during the hurricane in Hawaii. It did help a lot. This has been a very active hurricane season, Atlantic and Pacific. I will admit that. Started in August, and here we are in October. You think it's all over yet? I told everybody this. Sandy came to New York in late October. if we learn anything about the tropics, we could have a hurricane in November. Because technically, hurricane season doesn't end until November 30th. So we still need to keep the tropics. Because our waters are just too warm. They're just way too warm. So the Canadian is having a hard time loading this number right here. I don't know why it is, but yeah, Canadian has it turning a little bit to the left. There it goes. Out to sea. Yeah, Canadian goes way too far in advance, but we get an idea from the Canadian. It's agreeing with the GFS, and it's agreeing with... See, now that number comes up. Wow, interesting. Okay, so now we will check NavGem. Here's the NavGem. We got an 18C model, so I think we'll use it in this scenario since we are desperate for time. And even though, again, I want to listen to the Yankee game loudly with John and Susan, I have it on my headphones, I really do want to get you radar models as soon as they come available because it's important in the storm. So let's see what the NavGem is saying. Yes, like GFS is agreeing with. There we go. So there goes that rain going into Delmarva. So a lot of the models are agreeing with each other. That's not a good sign for Delmarva, that's for sure. I'm going to have to keep an eye on my Delmarva affiliate on Facebook, WBOC, and see what they're discussing with the weather down there. Probably Thursday night, if I have an update, I'll probably get you there for get you Dan Satterfield's forecast. I can do that. We'll be fine, everyone. I will try to get you Dan Satterfield's forecast from Delmarva because I only do the Delmarva up area. And since we're facing a necessary situation in this case for the peninsula within the next 72 hours, we're honestly facing rather high water here with Mr. Michael. You know, what's so sad about October is you think of Friday the 13th, you think of Mike Myers, and now you think of Hurricane Michael. So there goes the NAM. The NAM is agreeing with the GFS. There. Okay, the North American model has it directly hitting Hampton Roads. There we go. See, there's Exmoor. Exmoor might see a band of heavy rain. Depends if that band goes in, but there's some light rain in Delmarva. Ooh, that's not good. I'm worried about that band that might hit Delmarva. There's a little bit of a band that's going to hit there. And there we go. So lastly, we're going to check the comments, see if anybody has any direct opinions about Hurricane Michael. All right, looks like we have no comments in our chat room. We will confirm that right now. We will refresh. All right, no comments on our chat room. So nothing important here. So I will wrap up the stream. So that's going to do it. I will have an update tomorrow if any pictures are coming in from Florida tomorrow afternoon. Up on any bus issue video I got tomorrow because if I see something, I'll tape it, but Michael coverage is more important, so I got to get you this information. Figured, want to let you all know right now. Worst of the storm is coming at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. That's when it's supposed to directly hit the Florida Panhandle. Please keep your thoughts and prayers for everybody in the Florida Panhandle as they're going to be dealing with this. People, Georgia, people in North Carolina, and people in South Carolina too. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Till the next one, please take care.